Welcome back to Lord Cameron's Macro Challenge. So I had an idea. I said there was no way to fix the problem I'd made, or the problem that had occurred from Myth and Legend. What I decided to do was rebuild the map. So I rebuilt the map. There is some side effects of doing this, such as the AI should be quite a bit stronger now because all the heroes are reset to level 1, but they still have all the stats and skills they had from before, which I copied over using the hero save editor. And then they have all the units they used to have, but I wasn't able to look at their towns, so I just gave them every building in their towns. And I also didn't want to spoil myself and look at the map, so I didn't look anywhere I wasn't already able to see, which means all the treasure should be back on their section of the map. Now, on our side, we have a slight change where all the Gardens of Revelation, all the Star Axes, those things will now be back to full. And then there should be a couple events that are going to trigger in a row to sort out all the resource imbalances and everything like that. So we'll see if this works. And I also changed all the event triggers to be like 60 days earlier, basically. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Aphrodisia is the celebration of Aphrodite, or more specifically, of love. It is celebrated across Greece by people of all walks of life. Even you, a god, celebrates today by spending it with your loved ones. You buy your significant other a nice present and plan a romantic dinner and enjoy the night. So this isn't a Zeus-specific event, which is why. Okay, so this is an event I added. Who does this Erebus think he is anyways? You're Zeus! Go off and dust off your father's old hourglass. How hard can it be? So the lore reason here is that Zeus has decided to turn back time to fix the problem of Erebus cheating to win the game. The other downside, obviously, is that my vision has been reset somewhat. It's fairly minor, I think, because the problem is it's going to be people are going to be able to sneak up on me. Now, unfortunately, by having, copying over the units, I did see and memorize a few of their stat layouts, but I was trying not to pay too much attention, so I don't really remember any of them. Cupid's still down here, which we can't see. And these people are not in the right place. So the other thing is, this is where we were at the end of the turn, not the beginning. So my people shouldn't have movement, so I'm not going to let myself move, except to move back into position to where they were. And I'm also going to let Korvac move just to get vision. Yeah, it's just to get some of the vision back where it was really important to have vision. And unfortunately, I think that'll mean me losing a bit of money, but it looked like starting gave me a bit of money again, which I should potentially have because it was about to be the end of the week, but still. It's going to be slightly messy. Just trying to think who's closest to Korvac here. I guess Tazar. And then I can just delete back down to what Korvac had. And send Tazar up. And this isn't as exact as it was before, where I just got rid of Erebus' stuff, but this way I'm able to give Erebus back his units. And now you'll see that there is no victory condition to grab the Titan's Cuirass. And so I think this will have a longer term sustainability than we otherwise would have had. And I can spend, actually, would be a good idea probably, is to just spend a little bit more of my money that I shouldn't have. Just getting a bit of vision back in the center, just for my own sanity, because the darkness is scary. Okay, so Tazar, my guy was right here. He was trying to lure Cupid over. Another problem actually is going to be that Cupid won't be able to see me. I didn't think about that. But I think this will be more long-term stable than the other save file was. So, weird time powers happened, and that's just going to have to be part of the story. Because, it's about having fun at the end of the day, right? And, yeah, so nobody will be allowed to move. Everyone's just make sure they're in the right place. And yeah, he's got his items, she's got her items, she's got her skills. I made sure that they had the right stats, the exact level of experience down to the number. So that should all be fine. Unfortunately, you can't look at your enemy hero's experience in any way. I was able to figure out on short notice. Because this was 6 hours of work to restore, so I didn't really want to, put too much work into having fun. Because this was fun to do, but if I push it too much further, it might not have been fun. The other thing was Lesser Ajax had actually visited. Oh yeah, I renamed Tyrus to Lesser Ajax because it felt right. I didn't actually change their stats though to how I made Lesser Ajax look, but I thought it felt right to make them Lesser Ajax. No, they hadn't visited it because it was the end of the week, right? Or the week was about to end. So yeah, they can visit it next turn. Okay, so I should be able to end turn, and then we'll see what happens. The Hourglass was a mixed success. You've stopped Erebus from cheating in the contest to find the Titan's Cuirass, but you seem to have accidentally restored him to power. What's worse, you've restored all the wealth of your foes to their lands. Why couldn't you leave behind a little treasure for yourself? At least the gardens and arenas seem to have forgotten that they taught your sons. Maybe they can double dip. There. All soundly squared away with lore. Yeah, so everyone's going to be slightly disadvantaged. The AI is actually going to get a boost because they have tons of treasure in their land right now. And their heroes are level 1, which is a huge advantage. Doesn't sound like it, but it is. But the darkness will... I'm actually kind of... I guess they couldn't see me anyways, because it's not like they'd been here before, right? Unless they had been the ones that had explored up this way. Because I wanted that risk to be there, right? That's why I moved the guy into position. I wanted it to be the desperate dash for the building, but it might... Okay, they did land. Good. Good, good, good. Okay, everything's working. And yeah, Cupid, I don't think he'd be beating Syrah. So that is fine. Like 16 Titans is a lot of Titans. But then down here, I think Lesser Ajax could have beaten him, but he wouldn't have known that, so it's almost an advantage to him, which I guess works. But I was hoping for the fights and the scariness, but you know, we got to work with what we've got, right? It also turned out, we can see it just from this, but why am I the strongest? I gave them back all their units. Hopefully I didn't break something there. And Orange should actually be the richest. Maybe they just spent all their money? 1 second. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, so I think I was probably adding events to the wrong location, something like that. So this time it should work. If I hadn't... One moment. This time it should work. Okay, here's all our stuff. Here's all of our resources. There's our buildings. Okay, everything is back as it should be. And then I just got to do a little housekeeping because I've decided to give them vision. So in order to do that, I've just plunked down a hero next to them that will instantly die. Huh. They weren't supposed to have artifacts on them. Okay. Well, I'm not sure what to do about that, but I guess that's just what happened. I'll just send it with Korvac to die or something. Okay, so you're back, and then you've got to go into the town. And Korvac, again, I will send down. And then fire. And I can hire Braun again. Well, it's not Braun again, but it's funny that it's always the same kind of unit. Like I don't know if it's just been coincidence or what, but it's always been the Beastmaster. He was about there. Syrah was here. Then up over here, I've got to get rid of purple, so I will send Jenova to do that. Shame, I'd actually like to hire Jenova. But you know, you mess with time and things get weird. And then I'm going to expand out my vision, because I could see it before. Fire Jenova. You're not allowed to move. You're good to go, and then I just need to get rid of Adelaide. Which Andal will do fine for. Who's giving these people things? Alright, and Andal is fired as well. I actually have no idea why they would have artifacts. Unless the map makers added them for some reason. Okay, so we've got Hercules looking good, we've got Ajax looking good, Syrah, Deemer, Braun. And they should all have all their spells as well. Yep, good, good, good. Oh, they actually gave him estates because he's Lord Hart, and Lord Hart is supposed to have estates, but he didn't for this scenario. Okay, because he was a starting hero, I think. I can fix that. Okay, let's end the turn. Okay, and now, in theory, orange should be very rich. Yeah, orange is super rich. I have the most mercury, as I should, I have the most mercury, crystal, sulfur gems. I am making the most money because I have more towns than anyone, so that's actually fine. And Erebus is stronger than me now. Yeah, okay. That feels like what it should have been. Okay. And then I will be back again shortly. After I edit the save so he doesn't have estates anymore. Okay. This time I did it. They've got all their skills back. They don't have expert and everything. I had just forgotten to uncheck. Basically, they're getting an extra skill for every level they had, which they're not supposed to get, obviously, because those were the skills they'd already gotten. So, I just checked the wrong box. And I have cleaned up already, taken out all those guys that are around. I've decided to keep Korvac as I should and send the other hero down instead to go trigger Cupid. I've killed all their heroes, and now things should be working. Good. Okay. Yeah, that's the hourglass, that's the thing. Okay. Here we go. Back to playing. And, okay, green has decided not to land, even though they could clearly see it. So that's fine, because we didn't know if they would or not. And I'll grab some dragons from there. I'm still going to head over just to be safe. And then the one thing I haven't done, I guess, is sent the hero to go walk around in here and take a look. But I'll have to live with it. Because I want to be playing instead of fixing. Okay, so Ion. It's going to be a problem. I don't have leadership. And... okay. And this time around, Genova is actually available. Which is nice, but I would have to fire someone to do that. Which, I guess I'd fire Korvac. Which I can do, no problem. I'll just send him out to take a look around first. So I would like someone, a bit of defense or slightly higher power. And learning. Ooh, I do want something with learning. If Khalid survives this could be good. Now where is the Mage Guild? It's that thing. Okay. I think grabbing a castle might be more important than second tier Mage Guild. And then I can't get the ammo cart without Eagle Eye, so this is going to have to be the castle's defenses. And no leadership, eh? Okay. Hopefully that's enough to at least scare Ion when combined with Deemer's presence here. Okay, good. So we're under attack like I had hoped, and we've got everything fixed, more or less. And now I want Syrah to give the bow back? I don't know. She could use the bow right now. free Dragonfly Hive, actually, now that it's being reversed. And start pushing forward with Sierra now that she's got her spell points back. I think that sounds like a good idea. This might not have been a good idea. I forgot these things were so fast. And that's the power of the Armor of the Damned right there. I guess you. Okay, air magic. I really want her to get learning so she can use like town portal and stuff. So, oh, they're not Wyvern Monarchs. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna keep them actually. There's an argument for replacing the gargoyles, but yeah, I think I'll just do what I just did. Lost units for no reason. Well, I gained a level, so it's not a complete loss. I can pop over there to cast a spell, so that's all right. Actually quite low on money after buying all those heroes that I needed to clean things up. That's the price of messing with time magic. Okay, guess we'll see if we lose our castle. Okay, protection from water. We don't have slow, sadly. Yeah, I think the archers alone are gonna take us down. What's the play here? I guess gather everyone where they can fight the Manticore at once. If I could stand somewhere, that would convince the Manticore to stand in a landmine. I'll gather everyone else together in case the Manticore goes for the Imp or something. His ballistics is weak enough that... Oh, that did no damage at all. I was gonna say his ballistics is weak enough that I might have a chance here, but it's not looking good. 2 harpies. Medusas only have a handful of shots, right? Yeah, they have 4 shots. Okay, so actually targeting the Medusas was a mistake. Yeah, that's the kind of thing we want to see. We want to see them walking into the landmines wherever possible. Yeah, I'd like to bait them in if I can, but it doesn't look like they get the chance. And of all the things you could attack, that was probably the most useless. Okay. Wait on you. This guy has a lot of spell power. Could you attack? Yeah, the harpies are good. Harpies are fine. I stand... Okay, the wall isn't totally broken yet. Wait for the harpies. I don't really want to wait for the harpies. If I took out the Manticores, I could potentially just spend my time flying around. Unfortunately, Iron Golems are resistant to landmines. It's the Manticores who are going to be the real problem here. Yeah. Okay, they didn't decide to stay in the town. I can work with that. Huh, they didn't even leave anything in the town. Don't mind if I do. Mage Guild or Altar of Wishes? I'd like to get the second tier of genies for that to really be useful. But, yeah, I don't need a Mage Guild, I'm pretty strong. Wall of Knowledge would be good, though. There we go. And he doesn't have Eagle Eye, but that secures the castle. And I can hire Genova somewhere now, I guess. Could hire Genova over here. I'm just looking, it looks like I forgot to get rid of the flotsam that the AI had gotten rid of, but it's a minor thing. The AI can grab it or I can grab it. Timey-wimey stuff, you know how it goes. There's going to be a handful of heroes that aren't the level they should be. And like the Warrior's Tomb will be restored and stuff, but you know, you gotta live with it somewhere. Thankfully it was at the end of a week that everything went wrong. Or that I decided to make everything go wrong, so there's that. Ooh, do I get Cupid while he's vulnerable? I think I do. Now he's also going to have all his spell power back, which is going to be a little bit painful. Oh, I thought... Alright, I'm not boarding, I guess, so there's no... Stinking gold dragons, eh? At least I don't have to cast slow. Titans can take those out. Not guaranteed, huh? Okay. On the off chance this doesn't work. There we go. Nice. And... oh, those Grand Elves are going to be such a problem. My own Grand Elves are a bit of a problem, actually. They're tanking my... oh, that's not good. Do I have Mirth? I do not. I can't cast Air Shield because I cast Anti-Magic. You can cast Mirth. Yeah, okay. Got that Unicorn. Sacrifice these guys up here, I guess. I don't know where I got these Basilisks, but they can die. Yeah. Been having some problems with OBS, so I'm just tweaking settings to see if I can fix it. Because you saw how like the sound effects of the game were sort of maxing out there. Yeah, hopefully something good will happen. So they can cast spells on units with anti-magic on them. That's kind of interesting. So unicorns are scary. These dwarves are awfully close, I just realized. No such luck. Right. Ah, well. I didn't think that through. It's going poorly. Probably would have gone better if I hadn't brought my Grand Elves here. But my luck is going terribly. He must have some sort of item. It's blinded my wyverns. That's what's going on there. Wow. Okay. Now remember, this was the strongest hero in the game besides Erebus, so as much as it sucks, it's not the end of the world to lose a lot of units taking him down. Notice if I need blind. Okay. Just short, huh? And what's the bigger threat here? How's my health looking? It's not looking great. get morale, I could be in trouble. Okay, there we go. Should have done that a long time ago. And now the slow lasts for 50 turns, so it's all downhill from here, as long as that doesn't do 90 damage. And we don't get bad luck. How are we looking? Yeah, they're just in there. Come on, give me something. Cure? I don't have cure. Okay. 64. My morale is way worse than it should be. He must have an item. Actually, I gave him his items. I just remembered. Yeah, he has the Horseshoe of Misfortune. I don't know why my morale's sucking. Maybe he had something else that I forgot about. 21. You know, for being one of the slower units in the game, they're way too fast. And I don't want to have to deal with bad morale, so it's also kind of tricky there. I wonder if... This is a bit of a test, so it's a speed 4 right now. If I cast slow... Speed 3... Oh, it wasn't slowed. I wonder if he has resistance. So part of the spell failed. Or if he dispelled it when I wasn't looking. Okay. Defend. Oh wait, yeah, okay. I'm not allowed to wait, but I can defend. Come on. Okay, good. I was also curious if her spellcasting would be stronger than the Armor of the Damned. I don't know if it casts Expert or what it does. I assume it casts Expert, but if it doesn't, you know, take that chance. And... Okay, I might be able to kill him outright if I take this chance. There we go. Ring of Suppression. Morale is decreased by 1. Yeah, okay, so he was doing that. Ooh, sorcery. I want learning though, unfortunately. Scholar, again, holding out here. Sorcery once more. Wow, that was worth a lot. Why does she have fire magic? Oh, because I wanted to be able to cast Implosion. Right, I forgot I had made that a rule. Wow. Mysticism would be really good on her as well. And this is where it gets tricky. I'm not going to get offered many other choices. And, you know, I really want to get learning, but failing to get learning, I want something else that's good. And Mysticism would be decent because she really needs her spell points. And they greatly buff Mysticism. If I don't get learning, it would be something like Mysticism or Offense maybe. But yeah, I think I'll hold out still. And that was worth a lot of experience because, yeah, that was a pretty strong army. No, but now I can cast View Earth as an expert. Nice. And you can see all the treasure that's been brought back. And now I can see the whole map, so now it's not a spoiler. You can't actually see the Underworld Gate with this, though. So you wouldn't know. But I do know, and I'm not going to pretend I don't. But I'm also going to, you know, play. I'm going to explore and take my time and look around. One of the nice advantages is a bunch of the places that the AI might have triggered and ignored that weren't really a benefit, but had a lot of like Greek mythology related stuff might still be there by the time I get there now. So that's kind of neat. Get some value. And then I'm also going to need a bunch of money to pay for this stuff. So, and all the shrines will have the same spell that is, so there's no point in me visiting them. I went through each shrine and gave them, each shrine I had visited and gave them back their thing. So some of the AI shrines will actually be different, but I never saw them, right? So it doesn't matter to me. Had I never grabbed the Citadel even? Wow. Hope that wasn't a mistake on my part. Well, if it was, you know, timey-wimey stuff. It'll all even out in the end. They tend to, you know, things tend to move towards the mean. He only has a handful of units left, really. But Deemer doesn't have, like, anything that strong. So it's kind of a toss-up there. Like, he was a pretty good spellcaster. So I'd be relying on Deemer's spellcasting, but this guy is also a good spellcaster. But I can build an army to surpass his. I guess starting with the genies isn't a bad call. But I'll want the master genies for that to really be worth my time. Hopefully I can find some money out this way. Hut of the Magi is nice. That'll give me a view of everything I've already seen. Does Hut of the Magi just reveal my lands? Wow. I had a massive security risk. If that's learning, I'll take it. That would be nice. And now that I've taken out Pink's main hero, they might be weak as well. I would like to grab these. I don't know what to do about the tomb. Do I just play ball or do I just not visit it? I'm torn. I think the tomb is so powerful that I won't visit it. Maybe I'll change my mind in the future, but for now I'm going to say don't visit it. Because getting the tomb back is a bit stronger than everything else. And it's one thing I can keep track of, whereas keeping track of like, oh, did this hero, was it this Learning Stone and this Tree of Wisdom and this Mercenary Camp? That's a lot to keep track of, and it's not nearly as important as something like the tomb. There's actually mods that make visited structures that give you like +1 attack refresh every month, and they're decently balanced. Okay, I think going for a treasury, not a terrible idea. As long as I can find some way to save money. I guess I'll go to the tree for now. Oh no, the tree isn't going to be free necessarily anymore. Okay, it still is good. But that wasn't guaranteed. And the Nega Bank is full again. That's another one where I'm a little hesitant to visit. It's not that powerful, but still, it's like, am I allowed to visit that again? And if you're wondering, oh no, it won't be the super strong Utopia anymore. No, I made sure to set it to the strong Utopia that I didn't attack. Oh. Did I... I also forgot to give that to myself. So I'll have to grab that. Like, I get so many drawbacks. Taking advantage of the advantages. I'm torn. I'd ask for your requests in the comments, but I don't know how many people are actually going to watch this. And then also, I'm recording this well in advance. There's a lot of... yeah, I definitely forgot to give myself back my castles. That's going to be expensive. I actually gave the AI their castles. I just forgot my own. With that in mind, you know, I'm paying for that mistake. I guess I can get the Nega Bank. Yeah, because it'll be just to pay for... Whatever benefits I gain will be to pay for whatever mistakes I made. I think that makes sense, and it means I don't have to devote a huge amount of mental load to trying to have a weird balance. It's better the game is balanced itself rather than me trying to balance it. Like I said before, it's nicer to have boundaries to push against than holding yourself back. Yeah, with that in mind... At least I didn't forget the Dragon Cave. Go for the treasury. We got that castle back. Don't have enough ore for that castle. This is going to be a bit of an issue. Losing that gold mine also is annoying. Right, what do we have here? Luck? No. The sanctuary is nice. Sanctuaries are great for invading someone else's land. Ingham. I can take out Ingham. Unless he's a really good spellcaster. Do I have visions? I wouldn't be able to cast visions if I did, because it's a world map spell. I'll give him a chance to cast spells. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of magic resistance working against me here. What do I fear most here? Probably the archers and the dragon. And then his spells. Yeah. How far can they move? They can move all the way. Give you a bit of a talking to. Finish those off. Isn't really a threat. Yeah, it's looking like it'll be the same outcome. And he just got those armadillos from there, I assume. Yeah, okay. But we got this. Okay. Now his castle was basically undefended, so that's all working. It does almost feel bad to take him out so shortly after the reset, but I was going to anyways if I was able to take down Cupid, and it turned out I could take down Cupid, so that's just how the cookie crumbles for poor old Cupid. That's a weak Negabank this time around. Still, that's a lot of gems and a bunch of money. Alright, fine. I'll do it. I'm tearing the band-aid off now, so I can't... No takebacks. Otherwise, I'll just be hemming and hawing about it forever. There we go. Sometimes you just gotta commit, and if it doesn't work, then you know, and you go, okay. True in game design and life, you know? It's better to make the wrong decision than to be paralyzed and make no decision. And yeah, this town was weak before. It's weak now. 16 Titans is a lot of Titans. Shame I can't split them into multiple stacks. Take this town down in no time. But that is the whole point of this playthrough, so. It might seem weird to go for the dwarves to begin with. But my reason for that is I can't take out the dwarves with spells. I could have cast Air Shield on the wyverns, I guess. Okay. I will take a first aid tent. And crystal resource, another treasury. Need to grab my cap. Deemer needs to get more stone. Actually, that's something I can do is well, first here. Oh, I got the treasury. Okay, good. But then, where was the place that didn't have the castle? Here. I can use those gems I got from the Negabank for a little bit of stone. And then that's that fixed. And then same deal over here. 1 to 1. What a deal. Bit of wood. And the Negabank basically fixes my problems. My mistakes I made. Yep, yep, yep. Got a castle, got a castle, got a castle, got a castle. You know, I could even get the Cloud Temple. Just for a bit of that. And a bit of that. There we go. And then do I hunt that guy down? Or do I wait? I could like grab the giant, upgrade it into a titan, and then the titan alone could take on his army. It's just his spell casting I'm afraid of, really. But maybe I don't need to be. Okay, now I want to save money, contrary to how it appears from what I've been doing. And I would... Okay, don't want pathfinding. Yeah, their lands should now be full of treasure. Okay, so they still have a stronger force there. That makes me feel better. They've been keeping their stuff there. Hope for... Okay, that's armor. But yeah, lands are now going to be full of riches again, which means I get to do more exploring, and so does the AI. So there's a dumb thing I wanted to talk about. Looking at the lighthouse reminded me. Alright, so if you look up here at this mini-map, you'll see that the map is north, east, west, south. Okay, so they use the same directions we do. Now, the second thing you can look at is that in the north, it gets colder. In the south, I think if we go all the way south, we saw it doesn't get colder. So we're probably in the northern hemisphere. The next piece of evidence I want to direct your attention to is the fact that months and months, this is the third month, but you saw in the last game where we went through 2 months, the snow does not grow or shrink based on the season or the month, which means that this planet has a very low axial tilt. So in other words, if they were to use a 24-hour clock, and they use a lot of the other same time instruments as we do, months, weeks, days, it would be safe to say that at a 24-hour clock, the sun rises exactly in the east and sets exactly in the west. Okay. So what does all that mean? Well, that means that we can determine what time of day each gameplay day takes place during, because we can see the shadows of each of these objects. So if we look at this, we've got a line. If I line it up in the corner, we can see if it's 45 degrees. It seems to be about a 45-degree line, right? If we look at, because all the shadows point in the exact same direction, which, you know, they should. Maybe slightly steeper this way than 45 degrees, which means the sun is over here, possibly slightly more over here. So if this is 6 and this is 12, then between them we have 9 o'clock, which means it's probably about 10 o'clock in the morning whenever you play this game. And I had a dream, because I was thinking about this, I had a dream that the time of day you played the game on was actually where the shadow was. So if I had been playing at 11 o'clock at night, then the shadows would be over here or something, and I was playing super early in the morning, they'd be going this way, which would be a really cool detail, but that'd be ridiculous for a 2D game as well. But yeah, so it's about 10 o'clock in the morning when you start, maybe 9 o'clock when you start adventuring out. So they do the normal 9 to 5, basically. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. You're just standing there. I'm allowed a lot more heroes now, actually. Although, I did say there's a limit, right? Of you may not have more than 8 heroes. So I can get 3 more. And maybe one of these fine fellows has learning. Or maybe... Now, one thing I couldn't do in any sort of reasonable time frame... Yeah, was set up the mage guilds so they kept the spells they had before. And I do have, which is kind of a mess. I'm just gonna have to roll with it, re-explore the shoreline while I wait. But I guess that's the benefit I get for losing everything else. Like I said, I just have to live with it at this point. So Astral will head over here and hopefully get learning. Do I want a ammo cart? Not really. I basically just stopped myself from getting ammo carts with that rule rather than making me want to get Eagle Eye, which is fine because I think magic carts should be much more situational for how powerful it is. I think it'd make a much better magic item than a thing you can buy whenever you want. Yeah, do I fire Astral or do I go up here and do a bit of exploration just to clear it out? I think I fire Astral. No, I need money. I can't afford to fire Astral. I'm gonna just send him up there. So I keep hemorrhaging coin, and I want to start gaining coin. This guy is causing a mess in my lands. This guy is Heracles. He is Hercules. Of course he's going to be super strong. So I can tell myself. Oh, I forgot to give myself the sawmill as well. I guess I'll go down here and grab it. A little benefit here, a little loss there, you know? Fly. Just straight up fly. Wow. I am not meant to get that. Oh, boy. That's meant to be theirs. I can't use it right now anyways, I guess. And they have it if they had it, hopefully. So, I think in the case of Fly is such an important spell. And that was such a, situational thing. I think I have to wait until I get it from a town. But I could change my mind. Flitting around the tower, you see a group of 7 doves. You remember a story about the Pleiades, 7 daughters of Atlas and Pleione. They were turned into doves by Zeus to protect them from the attentions of Orion. Seems like you could have dealt with Orion instead. I mean, they did eventually, but still. Yeah, that's not a very strong town. I can just take Pink out, like, right now. You see the great ravine that created after the fall of Troy. You know that Priam's daughter, Laodike, was swallowed by it during the fall of Troy. It's always best to keep well away from such places. Yeah, this is appearing much more awkward. I've said it before, but I'm convincing myself as much as anyone. But I still do think it is true. This is going to be much more awkward for a few weeks, but it won't end with a fizzle. Like it would have, I think, the other way around, where it would have felt right for like 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, whatever it might have been, and then suddenly it's just a mess at the end, and I'm constantly editing stuff, and it goes out with a fizzle. Whereas this should have an exciting ending instead of, yeah, so that's the hope. Yeah, I guess I just head back and wait for the end of the week with the fastest units I can. Yeah, and I think I start fishing for fly, just so I don't feel bad from from mage guilds. Ooh, that's a pretty good one. It's crazy that my guy gave me +1 armor, and down here Cupid gets fly. I mean, it is Cupid. Yeah, he didn't seem to be taking much advantage of it. Maybe he didn't have the spell. Well, he only had 20 spell power, right? So he couldn't. It's an I think it might cost 20 spell points. Yeah. So if he had, that's probably why he had no spell points, actually. Probably flown off somewhere and then couldn't get back. Oh. Okay. Oh, they have a hero. I missed that. Giant growth. Week of giant growth. Wow. Okay, Anus is actually quite strong. Strong enough I would be concerned about fighting him, actually. But he's on the wrong side of the map. These will also have reset. This is my, you know, it was about just light game design and my idea of the macro challenge, and now this is heavy game design of, and this is something that happens though a lot in game design, where you're forced to change something midway through, and then you feel guilty about doing it, and that is actually a thing I have dealt with a lot in the process of game design. So this is good in that sense. It shows my process of struggling through it and making concessions, and just, you know, at the end of the day, it's about having fun. And what you will also notice as time goes on is that it all evens out in the end, right? Because you see drawbacks here, you see drawbacks there, but again, it's all about committing to something and going with it. So yeah, you will see things balance out. Some archers. I just want whatever it takes to draw attention away from. That isn't slow. Give my titans time to win the fight, basically. Because that's scary. I do have the armor of the damned, so it's not super scary, but it's still scary. Now, do I head down there or not? Do I just say if I could steal Cupid's power, I can steal Cupid's power? This is where I wish I wasn't recording way ahead. Okay, there's fly right there. New plan. We head back. We grab fly. I can't use fly anyways, of course. But this way... I have this problem in my real life of perfectionism, where, like, I could have... I am right now just thinking I need to start again and give all the town centers their exact spells that they should have had by restricting whatever exact spells they could get to the point where any random roll will result in the same result, which is how I would have to do it. And I'm tempted to do it. But there's one of the ways to deal with perfectionism, because you can always put in more effort, right? And that's how I got my injuries I was talking about before in the first episode, how I have a throat injury, I have arm injuries, I have troubles using a mouse, I have troubles typing, I have troubles lifting stuff. And I got that because I wouldn't relax. It was just, okay, I have to put all my work in, I have to go, and be perfect about everything. I have to get it right. If there's a 2-hour task and I realize I messed up slightly, I have to go back and do it again just to change the thing that would be 1% worse. And the way you deal with that, in large part, well, there's two. For video games, a great line I saw was, play the game as if you're going to play it again. So it's like, okay, yeah, everything's a mess, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about ruining everything, because you'll play it again, and then you'll have more experience, and you'll figure it out, and it won't be ruined. And then the second thing you can take away from that would be, the second way to deal with perfectionism is to purposely mess up, or just let your mistakes lie. And just learn that, okay, look, everything doesn't fall apart. You're still playing the game. There's still challenge. There's still... Now, the real problems really start setting in when you do that, and everything does fall apart anyways. And that's where you start reinforcing your behavior. But I haven't... we'll hope that doesn't happen. Because right now, I am second-guessing my choice to go back and get the fly here, because it might have been healthier for my mental state to simply say, okay, I don't need to go back, I just have fly, whatever. But instead, I was like, no, I need to go back to reset it because the sort of OCD impulse of undoing. It's like you can't undo. You have to live with the changes to your life and the mistakes you've made, and you just have to live with it. So actually, okay, in the name of living with it, here's the deal. From now on, this is just a normal map. There's no holding back. Like, I mean, I'm going to follow Lord Cameron's macro challenge rules still, but there's no holding back on account of this being a reset. If I find a scholar that gives me Town Portal, I'm keeping Town Portal. If I can eliminate pink easily, I eliminate pink easily. That's what I'm doing, all right? And we'll see how it turns out. If it turns out terribly, lesson learned. But that's what we're doing. I can revisit any of the Witch's Hut I want. All in. Pulling out all the stops. All right. This is the experiment. This is the experiment of accepting consequences. Because what's the worst that happens? Oh, I get super overpowered and it's not the same experience. It's never going to be the same experience because if I wanted to keep the pure, authentic experience, Tan wins just as the game started to get interesting. So there we go. There's your game design wrapped with a psychology session. As I think all game design is, I really think that, life is a metaphor for life. Everything... I deleted all the events from everywhere I'd been, so I'm not going to trigger them again. Everything is a reflection of everything else. If you learn how to play games, you learn how to live. If you learn how to live, you learn how to play games. If you learn how to play games, you learn how to do well at your work. If you learn how to do well at your work, you learn how to do well with your friends. I really do believe that. Oh, no, I remember. I changed the map so it would give me the Bird of Perception. I thought ahead. Right. I went with the gung-ho spirit, which is more important than the gung-ho result. I was ready to accept it being Armageddon's Blade, alright? But I forgot that I'd actually fixed that problem. Sometimes past you is a lot, they deserve a lot more credit for taking care of things. Yeah, there's forts everywhere on this map, eh? Not just mine. It'd be neat if everyone had a thing, like my thing was forts, Pink's thing was fly, based some on the gods somehow. I don't know why Hercules would be forts, I guess because he's good at raising armies. Unfortunately for me, I just spent all my money defending my town, but I think that was worth it. Man, there's so many things to grab here. I imagine even in a normal game, by the end, you're going to have crazy amounts of crazy high stats. Yeah, so I think hunting Anus down is a good... Anus. It would be Anus, wouldn't it? Because Ash is pronounced A. I don't know if the Greeks used the ash, but I'm going to assume they did. Gonna get him in the old pincer maneuver. Okay. Got a fireball over here. Got ourselves a windmill. I also have to revisit the obelisk. And now the location of the Grail might have moved. I don't know. I didn't look for the Grail because I didn't want to know. But our map was so unrevealing that I think that's fine. Start aiming for a Miners Guild. Sorry, for Treasury. And then this one just needs... do I need creatures more or money? I think I need money more. So start aiming for money there. And then here everything's still... Battle Scholar Academy. Combined with Fishing for Heroes with Learning, I think is a good idea. And blue is looking... Oh, this guy. I hate it when the AI goes through my lands. Pink has no fear. That scares me. Actually, yeah, looking at him... That's not a fight I want to take. That's not a fight he wants to take, but he might be willing to. Ooh. Like, I need to find myself, Implosion. I can really start doing some damage with that. So I think sitting in this here town. Now, there's an unfortunate thing where I'll at least do this just in case, but I'm not... Horn of the Abyss might also be different, but I'm not sure if the AI takes into account the army that you will get when it attacks. It might just look at your hero. Which means you can sort of lie to them, which would be a shame if that was going to happen. But I want the speed available to me. And it is a mechanic of the game that I haven't... Like I said, all the stops, so... Okay, we've got visions over there, which I can't use because I don't have learning. Closing in on Ion. And Hercules. Still can't afford Yeah, I'll just take out Ion while I wait. Alright, Punk, you messed with the wrong Achilles. Yeah. Is that fine? I guess that's fine. The joke was totally fine. I mean, was the choice of attack fine rather than blocking them? Okay. The joke was great. A little bit. Ooh. Oh, you could get learning. You could become a town portal specialist. Give up on my dream of estates. Oh, you know, I think it's probably better than estates, as much as I want it. Or do I let my dreams run free? So it's a question of, do I want this guy to be making, I think it's 2,500 at the highest level in Horn of the Abyss. So when I get to 20, I'm making an extra 5,000 a turn, which is a lot. Or I'm able to summon boats and town portal, which is a lot more. And estates would have been better early game anyways. I think I take learning, sad as it makes me. Because you can't guarantee that your next one won't be something terrible, like you must take Eagle Eye or Navigation, and then it's all over at that point. Okay, so now Hercules can definitely sail out to sea. And Deemer should head back once more. Stop by the Tree of Knowledge. On his way, you're waiting in fear, and you're waiting for money. Okay. Let's start buying stuff once again. Treasury, good. Can't afford the homestead because I need wood. Can handle that. Oh, City Hall. I think City Hall's better to go for. Then you were good. And you need a mage tower. You don't have a treasury because you need wood and stone, which I can... I think this is still worth it. I'm bringing in a lot of gems every turn. And if I get 4 treasuries, I'm starting to make a lot of money as long as I stop spending all my money. Ooh. Okay, he was forced to attack because he didn't have another town. And yeah, he's strong. But I'll let him cast spells, because maybe he has a real nasty one to help him win this. Problem with gold dragons is they're very fast. Yeah. Now the nice thing about gold dragons is you can hit them with spells. Not spells I have, but you can. There's a lot of stuff here I don't want to deal with. You have Magic Damper, which will, I believe, trigger even if they're dead. And if I can poison them, that would be huge. No, no such luck. I don't know if they're possible to be blinded. Doesn't look like it. Man, these things are tanky. And yeah, it's these Silver Pegasi that are going to be the really annoying ones. At least I get to go... No, he still gets to go first. Why does he get a speed boost? Oh, because he's the attacker, he wins the tie every time? I thought he just won it the first time around. I'm not sure what's going on there. Do we have Slayer? No. Do we have... We have Shield. Could do something with that. Pop you over here. And then... Might do it. Ugh. Yikes. And... just start working these guys over. Doesn't look like I'm winning. I guess once I get rid of their flyers, it gets a bit easier. Protection from Earth is kind of annoying. This Meteor Shower is my big damage dealer. Bless the Titans? Good. As long as that gate holds. And my Titans are faster. Good. Okay. Give me a... That could work. Okay. Things are looking good. Right, you need expert forgetfulness for it to be forgetfulness. Standing in a moat gives you -2 defense as well, I think. So they would be at 19 plus whatever. I can't do the math there. I do not have Resurrect by any chance? No. I do have Blind, actually. Which probably would have been a better move than Forgetfulness. Defend. Yeah, take those down. How are they looking? They're looking fine. How are you looking? You're looking okay. This is where, when you're defending and it's only a few tier 7s, that's where the first aid tent really shines, especially now that it's been buffed. But again, you don't need the skill because it's now been buffed to heal way more. Okay. Did that kill all of them? Doesn't say. 12 of them. Do it anyways. Just keep chipping away. Okay, anti-magic, if I have it, sounds like it might be a good idea. I don't. Protection from air, don't have it. I do. Okay. Yeah. Cure as well. Lost the Titan. Yeah, without this castle, I don't know if I would have won this fight. Would have been a lot harder anyways. Just give them all the protections. No. Weaken. Just lightning, I guess. Soften it up. Okay. Lost the Titan. Got the Crown of the Supreme Magi. Mysticism again. Still holding out for learning if I could. Getting a little bit spooky though. Hermes paid your son Perseus a visit last night. Today, when you send the messenger to him, he sends a message back. It appears that Perseus wants some time to go rescue this woman Andromeda from being eaten by a sea monster. Things like that are really good PR, so you agree. Oh, another thing I did was... yeah, I actually gave Hercules a backstory. Which, it turns out Hercules is the descendant of Perseus. Which I didn't know. Thought that was interesting. Okay, and unfortunately, I'm going to actually have to cut this episode short, it looks like, here. Because I've got things I have to do at specific times. So it'll be a shorter episode, probably. It'll see how it all cuts down to with all the fiddling around and trying to fix everything. But, yeah. Thanks for bearing with me. That was... I think we've got it mostly straightened out now. We're back on track. Everything's mostly back to normal at this point, I think. You have a good one.